I forgot to stop it from playing on repeat. Anyway, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, today I will be trying my hand at Blender, and so that should be fun. Uh, and yeah, I will be trying to do different. Uh, these ones should be actually this, and yeah, I'm going to be trying to do make different like forms and such for my things with with Blender. Uh, I haven't actually used it before, so I'm gonna be figuring stuff out every once in a while. And yeah, I think that's it. All I know is that you can do this to bring in reference images. And so yeah. Um I think the first one I'll do is the one I first had the idea for, which is a pronghorn antelope. Um I don't know why I can't move that. But then add another reference image. Um there. Okay, so how do I move these things first of all? I think it's with this probably. Yeah. Okay. Um, I'll do this. Move this out of the way. And rotate this to be where it's straight up and down, and then straight side to side. A little bit more, and that's good enough. And then the head. Uh, the head will be changed a little bit, by the way. It won't be like this big. I'm going to scale it down a bit, but that will be in a bit, like when I get to that point. Doesn't seem like I did this correctly, unless it's this one. Let's see. There. Um, Now to do stuff with this. So I'm pretty sure something that you're supposed to do is first of all make it the right size. That I know you're supposed to do. And then I'm pretty sure what you're supposed to do is um try you need to like bisect it essentially. Sculpting. Like I said, I am still figuring this out. So I will have no idea what I'm doing for a while. I don't even know what this says. Um oh, here's the things I wanted. What do I do with this? Okay, I can do like that. There. I'm making this into a bunch of little squares so I'm able to move these squares instead of a bunch of different things. I'm probably doing this in a very inefficient way, but I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. So, yeah. I'm genuinely just trying my hand at this. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm going to oh wait, I just realized I don't have any music on. I should do that quickly. Just a second. Sorry. Some music there. Okay, there. That should be good. Okay. Now, wrong tab. There. Yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is I could probably bisect this a little more, but I think I should start uh, just basically blocking out the design. And how do I do that? What if I edge slides? What does that do? Oh, select edges there. If I take these and then delete them, what happens? Delete. Dissolve edges. There. Okay. That's something I can do. And then what if I do... dissolve these edges. Oh. Then it does that. And if I draw an edge, probably. Annotate. Yep, there. There. Now I have an extra edge there. That works. I think there's probably faster ways to do this, which I will figure out eventually. But yeah. For now, this is the only way I can think of doing it. Select tool, maybe? And I will take away this image for now, because I'm not using that one. At this point in time, it is. It looks like none of those are used. Yeah, by the way, this image I got randomly off a site. Off of Google, not even a site, so, yeah. Delete. Dissolve faces. Let's see, what happens if I do a cut now? Okay. That worked. Okay. Do I need to be like straight up and down? Oh, what about straight sideways? Again, I'm sorry if this is like weird to see just me doing this. I just have no idea what I'm doing and I'm winging this. How do you redo? Control Z, but Control Y and Control Shift Z both don't work. Weird. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing, which is sad, honestly. Is it Control Shift D? Nope. Cancel. I don't know how to deselect. What if I just control Z this whole thing? That's the only distance I can go back. Oh, okay. I think I should just, as sad as it sounds, I think I'm gonna delete this lock and just start over. Just making sure. And then I'll do this. And then object mode. Okay. Add a cube. Scale it up and down to that. Scale left and right to that. There. And then go to edit mode and do this. Number of cuts, I don't know, 10. Yeah, that looks good. 10 cuts that way, 10 cuts that way. And let's just do 5 this way. Nice. A bunch of small boxes. Okay. Actually, wait. Do I want this many boxes right now? Because if I have like 4 quarters, then I'm pretty sure the top quarter can go away. Select? How do I select? Move this? Oh, okay. Okay, that's how you move it. I can just delete, dissolve edges. Other way. Okay. I see a little bit of the rump, so I will use the move line thingy, or whatever it's called, to scoop this up a little bit. I want to move it in the Z-axis direction. I feel like I remember this. Control, no, shift, no. Alt, no. Is this just straight up now? No, it isn't. What am I doing? I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what shear does. Oh, okay. Oh dear. That's something. So what can I do then? What if I do Control Z? Just Control Z until I have that again. And then I do this. And now that I know that that one's not used at all, then I can cut it out. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could do this even. And then I can select this one, basically all these edges. And these two as well. And then dissolve them. And then let's see if I can see any of it. Does not look like I can. Okay, nice. I think I did the first part. Yay. And now this should still be able to go around. Yep, ish, kinda, sorta. Oh, actually fully. And then this even should be able to go fully around. Yep. I should cut on that line just to make sure that that stays happy. Yep. Okay. Actually, technically, what I can do is I can just dissolve those. Okay, apparently control click selects the whole ring. Delete, dissolve edges. Oh wait, there's a subdivide? What if I do this? Subdivide. Oh! I did not know about that. Okay. And then, now that I have that, I need to have the legs, which means that there's area in between that won't be used. So, and the legs are going to be where this leg is. Both of them will be. So this is just basically slightly offset view. I'm going to have it be full, like fully correct. And then, so what that means is I need to do this probably, and then select this ring. I thought it was control. Is it shift control? No. Okay, that's weird. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, it's alt click. Okay. I thought it was something different. Alt click, delete, dissolve edges. And then theoretically, if I do those four dissolve edges, then yeah, it goes down, and I can just use the cut tool, cut from here to here, then over to here, and to here. Perfect. Yep, and let's see how that looks. The front leg is the wrong one, okay. What if I use this extrude region tool? Which would mean that all I need to do is take this, escape, take this, dissolve faces, yep, and then see if that stays good. Yeah. And actually I can use the extrude thing on this one to make the belly the correct height. And then let's see on this one, I just need to make this go all the way down to the bottom. Wait, are you able to inversely do that? Like push down? Kinda. Not entirely, but kinda. Is it because it's not including the edges? No, this one includes the edges, but fails even worse. What about the vertices? That fails just as miserably. Let's see. So I think what I need to do next is try to do like a sloppy design for this kind of. Let's see. Dissolve the faces, and then use the knife thing. Let's see if that looks good. There's a lot that needs to be covered. Starting with actually over there. So what if I do a ring here, and a ring here, and then what I do is I use the extrude one to go a little bit up the face. I go a little bit up with this face. And then with this face, I go about equally as high. Actually, I think it'd be better if those two are the same height. So, I can do this, dissolve that edge, and then extrude that face. That was the wrong thing. And then I go like this, and then I can add that face back in. That's a very cumbersome way of doing it. I could have just selected two faces. I don't know why I didn't just select two faces. Uh-oh. Okay. And then I do extrude this face. Be up to like here. And then I'll extrude this little face. Oh, it's not little yet? Okay. So I think what I need to do then, instead, is extrude this face to the side. Control Z. Instead of extruding, what if I just do... Let's see, how would I do this? I can do... I have faces, so I can select these two faces, and then delete faces. Oh, there's an edge in there. I should delete edges. And then, what I'll need to do after that is make a square, essentially, that fits. Am I able to just straight up make a square? Does not look like it. Instead of making a square, what I could do is select 4 vertices and then make a face on them. Is that possible? These 4. Let's see. New edge slash face from vertex pairs. Yep, that works. And then, actually, you know what? I think all I need to do is just take this, delete, only faces, take this, extrude it, where's the extrude? There it is. Then I extrude it, then I extrude it to that spot. Again, this is a very rough mock-up of what I'm going to do. So, I have no idea what I'm doing right now, basically. This is going to end up looking really bad, probably. But hey, that's how you learn, I guess. Um, Evidently it's not connecting. What if I did the ripped polygon thing? Then clicked this edge and pulled it away. What if I just simply did this with this edge? Okay, that's an issue. But what if I disconnected this edge from those somehow? Because like then I could go up here to where it's in line with this, and then over here to where it's in line with this, and then it'd be good. Dissolve edges, dissolve edges, dissolve edges, dissolve edges, and then use the cut tool to cut from here to here, and I'll go over here to here. Okay. And then enter. And yeah, there it goes. Like nothing ever happened. And now if I extrude this face, theoretically should mean that it stays in line with that. Yeah, good enough. Okay. And now if I do this, it will go all the way around. Nice. Wait, what am I doing? I just realized a way easier way I could do this instead of cutting into a shape. I can just simply pull out a shape to where I need it. That's probably what you're supposed to do with these kinds of things. I knew there was an easier way. Object mode, delete, and then Shift A to add a cube. And then I'll probably make this cube actually just the size of the body. And then I'll just push in that side. Actually, I can do this, and then I just have to pull out that side. And then edit mode, and yeah, I'll extrude this face, not that, this face, to be like this. And then I will delete these edges. Actually, I'm going to select the vertices, so I can dissolve vertices. Uh-oh. Control Z. Delete vertices. Okay. I guess I can use this thing. What is this thing? I have no idea what I'm doing with that. I'll do the select tool. New edges and faces. Probably should have looked up a little bit more before doing this. But hey, I learned best from trying stuff and failing. And plus it's funny content if I do that. Okay. Now that's that shape, I need to cut it up wherever I need it to be cut. You need 2 cuts there, cut there. I need another cut, another 2 cuts actually. just another cut, yeah. And then I can do the move edges thing. Move that sideways to here. Then move this one to here. Move this one to here. And this one to here. There. And that worked all the way around? Yes, it did. Nice. And also, yeah, that one's good. And then I'll go back to faces and extrude this face up to here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that up to there. And then I need to make a horizontal cut on this one and move it downward to where? There. Sure. And then this is actually a lot easier than I thought for this thing. And then I feel like I should make it to where the nose, like, just... Actually, you know what? I'll just extrude this all the way over to the edge. Okay. And I don't need to worry about the ears or anything right now. For now, I'm going to worry about the legs. Sure, I'll just make them straight down for now. I know this looks terrible, but I feel like this will work. I feel like this is going to work because what I can do is I can just have an edge here and push it to the side if I need to. Like, make the legs... Well, when I need to make the legs. And then... Now to work on slightly finer details, which include making this joint in the leg, which would be like here, no, here-ish, and then shear this over to, oh, no, wouldn't be shear, it would be, let's see, how would I do that? Would it be move? Yeah, it'd just be move. Just, yeah, to there. And then this set goes, oh, Control Z. I press Alt with that. Oh, Control C. Object has non-uniform scale. What? Oh, okay. That was weird. Oh. Those two, and then this one and this one. And I'll just do that. And then with this one, the knee is like barely moved. So I'll move this up, there, and then move it just a bit. Oh, Control C. I'll move it with these ones. Ugh. Why am I not centered anymore? I don't know. I think it's okay. There. Oh wait, or do those bend the other direction? I think they bend this way. Yeah. I feel like this is too bent. Yeah, that one did grab all of it. So what was going on before, I wonder? There. This will look better, don't worry. It will definitely look better. I just need to keep telling myself that, and it will. I have a feeling as well that I'm going to end up redoing this whole thing multiple times, just because of the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. But then again, I just want to make low poly models for now, just to be able to know what I have. And with the back, what? Z. What if I do this? Oh dear. What I need to do is I need to somehow round this edge off. How do I do that? With like smooth? Yeah, okay. That works. I could do it here and shrink or flatten. Oh, Control Z. Scale? Yeah. Oh, Control Z. Oh, hey, that works. I don't know why I thought about doing that, but it worked. Yeah, I'm just using Control, and that somehow made it work well. Okay, and then I'm going to extrude this side. Control Z. What if I do extrude and then that one instead? Yeah, that's better. I think this one actually I just need to pinch the end with. And then maybe just like one more face from here. That's smaller. And then just extrude it, well, brought forward ever so slightly. This, and brought this way ever so slightly, just to make it look a little bit better. This looks horrible. You can just say that straight up. Okay. I guess I need to just scale. It's S, okay. S to resize. Yeah, that resized the whole thing. There. Is E extrude? Yes, it is. Ooh, that's fancy. Control Z. Escape. Control Z. S. E. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope. Escape. I don't know how I hid that. Hit this base, go back over here, then press E, then S. I think this one needs to be a little bit back more. And then E, S. Okay, nice. That worked well. So scale is how you can make it rounder. And also do, yeah, the loop still works with that. And this, nice. Loops still work on it, that's good. That's the main thing I wanted to have happen. Or I could still put loops on it if need be. That's a 2D image of what I'm making. Okay. Now, next thing I need to do is take this and block out the neck. The neck is longer than I made it look. I think I made it look short at least. Actually, wait. Yeah, 'cause I made that the neck. Then again, that's there to there, so that kind of makes sense. Let's just try moving this edge first. Just see if I'm able to do it with that. I don't think that'll work. Just seeing it straight off the bat. Let's try doing this. Actually, I have an idea. What if I were to... Wait, actually, yeah, I would need these anyway. And this, I think. Yeah, I don't think I need this bottom corner. Also, I might end up muscling this out on my own, just like just after doing a bit on here, just because of the fact that I would be able to look at tutorials and such more easily. But yeah, I keep trying to use right click to rotate around. And then move. Actually, you know what? Delete. Control Z. I don't understand why I can't redo. No, I want just these ones. Delete, dissolve edges. And then like Control Z. And then there. Now, was that needed at all? No, it wasn't. Okay, nice. Is this next one needed at all, actually? I could see by simply just selecting this edge, rotating, and then moving away. It is needed, kind of. Just barely. What if I bring this back and then I delete these edges? That way this is only one big block, and I can just move this corner and it moves the whole thing. And then I can do this to this. Control Z. Yeah, okay. I think instead what I need to do is I just need to do I could scale this inward probably. Like just shrink these faces in. Just these ones actually. Control Z. Just these two. Why does this just not want to work? Yeah, that's all that's happening. This just doesn't want to work. I'll try redoing what I did before. I need to use the edges one. And then I need to use the select tool to select this, and then the move tool to do this kind of thing. And then how do I make it to where I can get just like that? I'll need to do. And I'll need to move that and then cut, maybe. And then just move it. Wait, what am I doing? I literally, all I need to do is just move this in far, move this in slightly not as far, and move it up a little bit. And then do the same with this one. I need to move these vertices inward. then this one can go up there. This is a lot better way to do it. I'm sorry again that there's so much trial and error. It's just, I'm literally just figuring this out as I go. I don't know any strategies, anything like that. I've never actually done 3D modeling before. Okay. That works for the neck. I just need to straighten that out. Which would be vertices. Moving these. And I'll shoot her. To where it's just like that. And this one, just move this way slightly. There, perfect. And the back now, I can do the same kind of strategy, where I just simply grab a line and then move it. I think that's all this really is, just grab a line, move it where it needs to go, grab a line, move it where it needs to go. This one is here. And then this one goes in a lot more. Essentially to that one, but I'll just move it down so it isn't at that one. Oh yeah, there actually is a dip. And then this one, I just need to move this down until I see that. And I just need to move the throat part up until I see that. Oh, okay. That was essentially no movement at all. I'll just undo that. And then now I can actually use these again. Yay. And then I will just move this over to the side more. And then I will take the bottom edge, move it up. And I should move this again. And then this. Perfect. This is actually working out really well. At first I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to start doing this, but now it actually makes a lot of sense. Like, I see why people are able to do this so fast now. Not saying I'll do it fast, but I see why others are. Because there's probably multiple other tricks that I have no idea are possible that other people just use just because, like, it's an everyday thing for them. Yeah, like, I'll probably end up getting someone to do the art for me for this, but I at least want to have the base designs be made by me, just because that's fun. I can move this up, probably. Yeah. Right there. And then I can make a cut here for the ears. And I will, let's see, move this line up just a bit. And then I will extrude that face. Face. There. And I'll have both the ears be made out of the same block, essentially. And I'll just fix them later. And by fix them, I mean, like, I'll, part them, I guess is the right word? I don't know. Later on. When I essentially know what I'm doing more, or am further into this thing. There, yeah. I will just move lines. Move this. Actually, first I'll click this one, then move it up to here again. I'll put this one and move it up and over. I'll take this one, move it up ever so slightly, and over again ever so slightly. And then on this side, I'll move it down ever so slightly. Move this one over. This one up. And then this one goes like that. This forehead gets pushed in. There, perfect. It's actually looking impressively good. I did not think I would be capable of doing this. Okay, now to make the antlers. I just need to extrude them here. Base. I'll do that and then move over, down. Then I'll angle it with shear. Get the right type of angle that I want. Okay, good. And then I will make 2 lines, actually. 2 cuts along this line. And I will, let's see, what was I going to do? Alright, I'll dip the middle one, the middle face in a bit. And then move this edge over and up. And this needs to be pointy, and so I'm okay with having just one edge there at the very top. And then I will take this, do a small extrude, and then rotate the top of it. Do another small extrude. And then rotate it more. Oh. Extrude it. Rotate it. Actually, I should be scaling these. Scale. Right? Yeah, that works. Actually, no, it doesn't. Scale. What if I press Z? That only scale it on one axis. Yes. Scale Y? Nope. Scale X. There. And then scale X. Why does sometimes it not work? Scale X. Rotate. And then extrude a little bit. Scale X. Scale X. And then there. I think that's enough, probably. I'll just move lines now, the rest of it. Then I go with this one, bring it down. I need to pinch this a little bit more. And then this ever so slightly out and up. And then this goes ever so slightly out. This goes ever so slightly in, probably. Actually, a decent amount in. And then probably no, because that makes more polygons that are not squares. And I remember, so my older sister is really good at art, and one thing that she said is you need to make sure to keep it all squares if you can. And so that's what I'm trying to do mainly. That's why I'm thinking like this is tricky, because if I was just planning on using any shapes, this would be a lot easier. But apparently squares are a lot easier for like computing purposes for computers and such. And so yeah. There. Yeah, that looks good. I think the only thing is I want to move this slightly over and slightly up, if I can. Actually means I can move this slightly down. And slightly over. Or should at least. Move that slightly down, slightly over, so move this down until I see it. There. Okay. There. And is the forehead too wide? No, it isn't actually. I just need to do this. And scale X. Escape. Okay, I'll just click one edge then. Oh, Control ZZ. Click this edge. Move it inward. I think actually I just need to move everything except for those last ones in, so I'm just going to do vertices. Click these ones. I'll go back to the edge thing and do this. I think I need to move these closer. There. And then this goes over here. And then line this here. Go in. And then I'll just do the same kind of thing over here. I don't think I'll need to pinch the other ones as much, so yeah. Okay, so that one's in place, which means that if I use the vertices thing, I can do these, and then click this, and move them in until I see that. Okay. I think this needs to be slightly more over the side, like that. There, perfect. Okay. Now, let's see, the belly. I'll do the belly next. Just do like 2 more lines from this, and then I'll move them to where I want them. Control Z. Select this. Move it to the side. And I will move the bottom lines now. And then I'll move these. Okay, yeah, that's the right spot for that. And then this. And the legs are going to be so hard to do. And also, not to mention the fact that I don't even have this. This is so wide. Like, well, it's like, oh yeah, it's good. Nope. So, yeah, I'll still need to do that. Fun times ahead, for sure. And I will move this actually back more and up more. this goes up, and then I'll just do that, and I will move this. I'll get the inside area first, and then I'll get the outside. Actually, you know what? I'll just work my way down. Okay. Um, I need to do this. Very nice. Ish. Like, I know that doesn't match with it, but I feel like that works a bit better. It makes more sense. It makes a bit more sense. Okay, now for the front leg. Move this slightly back. Just to make it wider at the top. Slightly more back. And this needs to be moved forward, which is going to be kind of annoying unless I do this right. Okay, there. It's a little bit forward, but it's just enough, I think. And this needs to pinch. Actually, I think it stays the same, but in the middle, it pinches. Like that. Okay, so G is move. I gotta remember that for hotkeys. Why does it not want to? We grab the whole thing. Yeah, that one grabs it all, so why doesn't the other? Okay. That does work. That kind of looks like it, so I don't know if I'm happy with it. Oh wait, is it because it's not a ring but rather a face? Is that the issue? Maybe. Okay, I think it looks good enough. Like, obviously it needs the tail still, which I can do right now. It's, let's see. How should I do this tail? I could do extrude on two faces. Just there and tilt it up a bit. I'll extrude it a little bit, like not nearly as much as I did. And then shear this way. And then all I need to do is take this face and do a little bit of a shear in the X direction. ZZ. Shear a little bit this way. And then extrude this until I think it's the right length. That was a little too much shear on this. What if I just do this? Actually, that looks good. And it needs to taper off. So, extrude, scale, extrude, scale, extrude, scale. Extrude, scale. Move in the Z direction? Yes, that works. Nice. I love how I'm guessing controls and then they're working. Anyway, now the tail's higher up. I need to completely undo all of this because the tail is actually from this one. It's hilarious. Unfortunate, but hilarious. Extrude. Rotate. And then this side, and extrude. Extrude a little bit, rotate a little bit, extrude a little bit, shrink, extrude, shrink, extrude. Shrink. Oh. I think I pressed A, which would probably be select all. Extrude. Just a very tiny amount, then shrink that tiny amount. There. The tail looks better now. Except for the top. The top I just need to fix with a few edge movement things. Let's see how that looks. That looks good enough. Okay, there. Okay. Now I think everything with that direction's done. I just need to do this direction. Which I have the picture for the face. But the rest of it I'm just gonna have to wing it with what I know about these guys. Show that one, hide this one. With this picture, I need to move it up. this way. Shrink it. Um, and then let's see, how big is that? Move this down a little bit. Make it a bit bigger. Move it down a little bit. And actually, I need to move it out so I can see. Because yeah, the antlers could be a good leveling point for like how big it should be. I think that's actually the right size. Nice. Okay. I think it just needs to be ever so slightly higher up. There. Yeah. Okay. Now to work in this direction. Oh. I want to see paper, but not anything else. Okay. Now to work in this direction. On this. Edit mode. How do I select entire faces of, like, lines? This is gonna be annoying. Actually, what if I do this? Go this way. A, which is select all. Scale in the Y direction. Aha. And then I scale it towards that wide. No. Yes. And then the antlers, the whole of them is going to be scaled up wider. Control Z. Is all the antlers there? Control Z. Yes, I think it is. So everything except for those bottom connecting, actually even those, will be scaled wider. Scale in the Y direction. There. Perfect. That's a lot better already, honestly. Actually, those and the ears should all be scaled up. No, the ears should not. No, perfect. Okay. I won't do like cutting that in half yet. Instead, first what I'll do is the face. Like the other size scales of the face. Am I able to make this transparent in any regard? I think I can delete this one. Name. I can't rename it? Oh, there. Antelope. I don't need this image anymore. This one is the one that's out. And I need to do object mode, move it forward a lot. that the nose is just visible. And this is only worrying about like the width. I like the sizes of the other one. So, yeah. Select. Scale in the Y direction. Just like that. Actually, I need to have it taper to that spot. So I'm gonna actually do edges and then select that, scale that in the Y direction, then the same with this one. Oh, alright. I forgot. Scale this in the Y direction, and then rescale all of this. Escape. I don't know why those like dip in points are there. Scale in the Y direction. They should not be dipping in, so I'll just make them slightly outward instead. I keep pressing that button instead of Alt. Scale, the Y direction. And this line is going to need to move slightly up. Actually, I need to have a second, another line, another loop cut here. And this one, what it'll do is it will be moved up slightly. Slide the edge. Why is it not letting me slide it up? Oh, because it doesn't slide in one direction, I think. Oh, there. That's fine. And then I just need to move these ones inward. Scale in the Y direction. Move in the Y direction. And actually, I need to do that on the other side too. So I'm just going to do scale the Y direction. There. And then take away these lines and these lines. And then scale it in the Y direction again. There, perfect. Now I need to move this picture a bit back more. This is actually working out extraordinarily well. I don't want to jinx it, but it really is. And it looks good. Like, this actually looks okay for a low poly model. The second I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I made right before streaming and forgot about. actually, this is fun enough, by the way, and I'm learning it enough where I think I will do the other animals on a stream, but just not this stream. I'll be doing like one animal a stream. Anyway, now to go back to this. This shouldn't be too hard because it's symmetrical. So I can just do this. I can just do this. Why do I have to select every single line? Okay, I don't have to select every single line. That's at least good. Scale in the Y direction. And then okay. And I'll scale these in the Y direction. Okay, and then scale this in the Y direction, and then move in the Z direction, and then, actually I don't want to move it in the Z direction, because I already did that. I only want to scale it in the Y direction. That's all I want to do for all of these. Okay, nice. That one fully did it. And because those antlers are a little to the side, and I don't really want that, I want them to be, like, pointed, like, outward. Like, I kind of want them straight forward, but kind of not. It's complicated to explain. But, yeah, for now, basically, I'll just leave it to where those are out of the spot. There. And scale. I'll click this and this. And actually, I just need to scale this face a little bit more. And that's good. There. And the ears. Actually, I kind of want the ears to bump out a little bit to the sides. Kind of like that. but not entirely like that. There, that's a little better. And then what we'll need to do is make the body, which is rather round. So I can do that. I think that works. No, I don't think it does actually. Scale in the Y direction, make it a little wider, and then do the middle one again, even wider. Is that round enough? Yeah, I'd say so. I'm gonna hide this now. Actually no, it isn't. It's like, I remember seeing that these are literally just like barrels, is how they look. So, that also means that I need to shrink the top. Starting to kind of look like a moose for some reason. I have no idea why I think this looks like a moose, but it does. Chest is way too flat. That's the only issue. But this is a low poly model. So yeah. Theoretically okay. Okay. And then with the legs, they are not that thin. Okay. The legs are not that thin. They need to be a bit further apart. Well, I get why when I alt selected that one it didn't do anything. It's because when I did it, it didn't know which line to continue with the loop. I'm just gonna scale everything at once outward, and then after that I'll just scale single things. Okay. Scale in the Y direction. There, that seems good. They have very twig-like legs. That's one thing that I remember about them. That's really good. That's why. So the reason I want to use pronghorns in my game, actually, I'll just say this while I'm working on this, is because pronghorns are really good at running fast, but they can barely jump. Like, they're just not good jumpers because of how small their legs are. And so, yeah, I want to try and capture that in the game by having them be like the fast thing that you use to go over large expanses really fast, but they can't really jump that much. Um, but it actually looks good. I like that. Maybe having this be a little more scaled out. I did not mean to do that. Scale these faces. Sure. I guess I'll do that instead. Why are those lines not connected? Weird. Actually, you know what? I'll just keep it as it is. And then, continuing down the legs. Let's see. So they're obviously not going to be straight. So how do I want them? They're probably going to be roundish. So that means that I should follow how this was. Kind of. Just not as much so. Lines. This one is scaled down a little bit. I'll actually just do one at a time, yeah. This one's scaled a little bit more. But not as much of a gap. Same with this one. Actually, this one's the same size, kind of. Just ever so slightly smaller, maybe. And then this one's big, actually. So just like that. Because it's kind of bulbous. And this next one, see, is smaller again. Why do I keep pressing Y twice? Okay. Okay. I did not mean to do that. That looks weird. Anyway. And then that one's a little bit bigger, then a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, and then yeah. So slightly bigger, a little bit bigger. And then a little bit smaller. See? And then these are just back to being slightly smaller and slightly bigger. There. That's the front legs. Obviously, they're still connected, just like the antlers and ears, but again, just like those, it's done-ish. I feel like the body needs to be wider around. It's just too tall. Yeah. I'll look from the back as I do it. Okay. Scale in the Y direction. That looks good. Yeah, even the, actually the secondary ones even look good with that. Yeah, that's a lot better for some reason. I don't know why, but it's a lot better. Okay. Now, with these, shrinks down a bunch, but not as... Okay, actually, I think this is going to essentially line up with that, just not quite. Like, they will be a bit bigger. These will be smaller, because that's essentially the knees, and then this is the tight part of the leg, and then it goes back to being a bit wider, but not entirely as wide. And then for the hoof, both of these are the same size. But they are slightly smaller than that. Okay, interesting. This leg is a little shorter than the front leg. Which I can just quickly fix that. I'll just pre-select this, and then G, Z. There. Perfect. And that actually looks good. Now I just need to split up the antlers, which I think I'm gonna do number of cuts 3. Do I like that? Or should I have 4 cuts? I think I should have 4 cuts. Well, wait. So what I need to do is essentially be able to take away this center cut and have them be fine on their own, which I think this will have them be fine on their own. Yeah, I think this is good. I don't want to make them thinner than they need to be. Thing is, I can't alt select this because they'll select the whole ring. Need to select the ones on the antlers. Wait, why am I going all the way down? There. Up. Here. Then there's that one. And there's the ears, might as well. Just because it will need to be done. And then delete. Dissolve edges. Nope. Control C. Delete edges. If I do this, I think it's good. Because what I can do is I can first of all highlight this, then delete these edges. And then what I can do is do the 4 vertices thing. I figured. Yeah, this will work. Not entirely the most efficient approach, but it's an approach that works, and my brain is hurting from having to figure out all the other solutions I did. So this works. And then this was this one, this one, this one, this one, I think? Yes. Because then this one, this one, this one, this one as the four. Oh, this one as those four. Oh. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Why is there only 3 at the end? Oh no, I can make a new line. You know what? I'll do Control Z a bunch. Until I undo this whole thing. Oh. Right. Forgot about that. Okay, perfect. Now to do the selection thing again. There is one. And then this is another one. Wait, what is it? Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. There, that's better. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the edge? And then here. It's honestly very relaxing to just have to click these. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, kind of in that way, where as you're doing it, you're thinking a lot, but at the same time, it's really relaxing. If you know what I mean. Okay. Okay. And then these ones are easy. I'm shocked it doesn't default to this. Wait, it's just F? Can I do this? That, then F. Oh, I can. Cool. Nice. And yeah, the antlers look good. The ears look good. Now to just do the feet for this very weird mock-up model. Like, it doesn't look good, but at the same time, I'm happy with how it's turning out. You know what I mean? And just finished my sandwich. I have like 3 bites. Just a second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, when I was taking the last few bites of my sandwich, I got my hands, like, gross, and so I had to go wash my hands quickly. Okay. Anyway, now to finish the legs, and this will just be the same thing, basically just copy-paste of what we did before, but it will be a bit easier, and at the same time a bit more cumbersome. I mean, technically, I could do, this. And then shift like this. Shift, drag it right here. And then, Control Z. Delete edges. This one. Delete edges. That looks like all done, and so now I just need to do the thing. Right, I don't need to do that. I can just do this. Interesting. Shift C makes it transparent-ish. Is that wireframe? Yeah. Makes it wireframe. That's helpful for things, just to know. then the limbs are going to be a little bit blocky, but I have an idea for fixing that. Okay, the last one. Oh wait, I just realized I forgot to move it back. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. So I have the legs. They're a little blocky, but yeah. All I need to do now is do this tool, which what it will do basically is when I select an area of these, if I'm not mistaken, what it should do is, yes, that's what I want it to do. Okay, nice. So I just need to select every single part of, like every single edge of every single leg, which honestly is easier than it sounds. And then just see how this works. I don't need it really big, I just want them slightly rounded. So, easy. There. Yeah, that works. And there's diamonds, there's not triangles. Okay, good. Wait, 1, 2. Okay. Not entirely good, actually. I'm sure it's okay. Why can I not flip it over just easily? Okay, that actually looks impressively good, believe it or not. I'm thinking this looks good. And the legs, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the legs are just proportionate. It just looks weird because of how these, like how pronghorn antelope are just shaped naturally. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I should do. I should do these edges. I should scale them in. And scale in the Y direction. I don't understand why there's a line that isn't connected. Okay, actually I can't do it like that. I need to individually select each one. And actually I could just do it with this one. I could be sneakily lazy. Just do scale, Y direction, just this one. Nope, never mind, I can't. I'll just do these 3 then. And then this is this. This is this. Okay, perfect. And then I will scale those in. And then I'll scale, actually I'll scale them in more. And then I'll scale this in. then just scale this in once more. And actually, I think I should aggregate these slightly. I think aggregate's the right term. Just basically make them away from each other. So this one will be scaled in a bit more, and then the outer one will be scaled out a bit more. And then theoretically, it will look good after that. Okay. There. Looks a lot better. Wait, these ones, for some reason, are not good. There. And then this, I don't know what this is. Oh, those are vertical. And scale these in the Y direction. And then I could move them. Move in the X direction. Along with the center line. Okay, there, perfect. Looks great. It actually did help it a ton. And I just need to move these on a local plane. Normal plane? Yeah. And then same with these. Normal plane, move them. There, perfect. Looks nice and good. Yes, nice and good. That makes sense. 100%. Okay. So yeah. I think the only other thing I might want to do is edit these to go inward a bit more. Like just be a bit pointier. Actually, a lot pointier. Control Z. It's too pointy. There. And then this one too. And then the line just behind them should be scaled inward. Just to make it make more sense. It's okay if these are slightly off from each other. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. The ears, I don't like how those are looking. Let's scale this in the Y direction. Sorry, X direction. There. Okay, nice. Good low poly model of it, which is surprisingly accurate, I feel. Actually, only other thing is these, the tops here. Again, need to be pointier. There. Uh-oh. I think I pressed a button that somehow made them disconnect. There. Okay, perfect. And actually, I can scale these a bit closer to each other. Nice. Alrightio. I think that'll about do it. This barrel on twigs seems good enough to be an actual animal. I could animate it, but I kind of only wanted to stream 2 hours today. So yeah. Okay, and then yeah, now I think that's gonna be it. So anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be hopefully streaming at the same time around noon, basically around noon Eastern time tomorrow, and I'll be streaming Peak then, and yeah, I'm thinking about maybe alternating between Peak and game development every other day, and then taking a break on Sundays, and so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go raid. There's not really anyone to raid, so I will see you next time. Goodbye.